Good afternoon, friends. Coffee in hand, let's talk about the week ahead. This one has teeth. Not necessarily in a bad way, but this is not a casual cosmic weather week. This is a week about power. Who has it? Who's giving theirs away? And what happens when something old finally stops working? We start the week with Venus in Gemini trining Pluto in Aquarius on Tuesday. In plain language, conversations get potent fast. This is truth-telling energy, the kind that starts as small talk and ends with someone realizing they can't keep pretending. This transit wants better conversations, smarter connections, more honest ways of relating. It's giving say what you mean what you say, and stop performing intimacy where there isn't any. Then on Wednesday, Venus squares the nodes, and suddenly we hit a crossroads. This is the part of the week where something asks, where is this going? Is this still aligned? Do I actually want this? Or have I just gotten used to carrying it? This applies to relationships, creative work, commitments, money, community. Wednesday asks for a choice. Then on Thursday, the moon slips into Scorpio, and the emotional weather deepens. You'll feel it. Scorpio does not do surface level. She pulls the pretty curtains back and asks what's rotting underneath. By Friday, we hit the full moon in Scorpio, and that's where the truth peaks. Not because full moons are just about endings, but because they illuminate what has reached its limit. This is the climax. This is the pressure point. The emotional truth you can't unknow once you felt it. And Scorpio rules death, rebirth, power, intimacy, grief, desire, and the things we keep buried until they start knocking. So, yes, something may end. A pattern, a dynamic, a denial, a version of you that cannot come any further. And honestly, good. Because Friday is also Beltane, May Day, which means this full moon isn't just about endings, it's about what comes alive after. May Day is about labor, collective power, and what happens when people gather with a purpose. Beltane is about fire, fertility, vitality, and what begins to bloom. So while Scorpio clears the dead wood, Beltane reminds us to tend what still wants to live. And Friday brings two more pieces. Venus sextiles Saturn, which says, build it better this time. Less fantasy, more substance. Less almost, more intention. And Mercury conjunct Chiron brings the conversations that sting a little, but heals something if you let it. The truth may be tender, it's still worth saying. So, what does it all mean? This is a week for honest conversations, for naming what's not working, for seeing what's run its course, for choosing deeper, cleaner, and truer. Not louder, truer. Something may crack. Good. Something may clarify. Better. Something may ask to be grieved before it can be released. That too. This week is less about destruction and more about sacred pruning. And remember, not everything falling apart is a loss. Some things are ending because they're finally done. Let what leaves, leave. Let what deepens, deepen. Let what's true, stay. The week ahead is not here to punish you. It's here to return you to your power.